Hi, Luminaires. Hello, 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 and welcome to February's Energy Update. My name is Jamie Butler. I'm the Everyday Medium, and it's me crossing my fingers hoping the internet is going to work just fine because YouTube did that really weird glitch thing where it starts over the clock and anyways. So there's that put out there. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. If you really enjoyed today's content, please like it, share it with a friend. It really helps us get our word out there about empowering people with their intuitive abilities and normalizing all of this, which we call woo-woo, because it's not woo-woo, it's true. Can't wait to tell you about February. My guide Maitland is going to come in and channel directly to you. So this is called Trance channeling. If you like to get your news done with a little bit of childlike joy, humor, and playfulness, you're in the right place. If you're expecting it to be some like grounded guru, straight talking kind of, it's not going to be like that. She's silly and she's fun. If you need any clarity on the information that's coming through, Colleen Ziegler, off camera here.
Hi, everyone.
Here she is.
And happy birthday, Jamie.
Thank you.
It's not a surprise.
So good.
It's not a surprise because you got so many happy birthdays coming in the chat thread.
Okay, hi. Thank you for my happy birthdays. I am 52 years young. Yes, born in 1973. Okay. Blush. Thank you. I don't even know what I was saying anymore. I was doing really good. Oh,
you were. I'm sorry to cut you off.
If you needed clarity on the content that was coming through, like just make more sense, like that kind of a thing, put it in the chat thread. Colleen's going to be looking at it and she'll be able to engage with Maitland. We do more of a deep dive afterwards. That's like 15 minutes past the hour, like 12:15 Eastern Standard Time. So if you're part of our YouTube member club, like middle tier or higher, you can be a part of that and you can get in nitty gritty and ask some really, I don't know, what are the questions that show up there? More political, they're more, I don't know, they're just more like, woo. So we do that kind of stuff in our private setting. Tiffany V, thank you so much for the financial love. That is just awesome. I appreciate it. So if you're looking, let me clear my throat. If you're looking for anything that we're up to, whether that's our spiritual tourism, which we are headed to Africa to Tanzania for an African safari this November. We do have one more private seat left, private room, as well as 2 shared rooms open. So we would love to have you along with us. If it's something that's on your bucket list and you want to do it in a safe, very supportive environment focused on meditation and getting to know the land, that's us. Talk to me. We're actually going to do a live stream with the tour guide that we're partnering with, Scott Brills, on February 4th, 7th?
I believe it's the 7th.
7th. It's a Friday.
Yes.
It's going to be a Zoom. So we'll go over there and come ask all kinds of questions. And we also are headed to Sedona at the end of February. And we're going to look at the art of getting into trance states. So it's going to be really good self-work. I really like these things. And for any classes or healings that we're doing, you can check out my website, jamiebutlermedium.com, or go to learnitlive.com/Jamie Butler. Joseph Wolf, what? Thank you. You said get yourself something lovely. Thank you very much. I will. Yes, I will. That was so sweet, and what a shock. Oh my God. Amora, do you not know me inside and out? I love flowers. That is wonderful. Thank you for the nice surprise and the shock. That's so cool. Okay, this is a really great month, guys. Smile. I just want to share so much more with you about my morning meditation. It's your time with Maitland. She's going to let you know everything that's going on, talk to you about what chakras are going to be challenged, supported, needed, bed grids, essential oils, Hertz, all kinds of frequencies. So if you are looking to energy match with something, you're going to find it here. We good?
We good.
Internet, talking to you. We good? Good. All right. I'm like all excited now. Joseph, I can't gotta calm my body down. Okay. I can feel her giggling. Okay, here we go. Check out this side of my body if you're looking for a light exchange. Just soften your eyes, keep them open, don't blink, relax your body, and stare right about here. Okay, bye guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being with me on my birthday. Did you see that one? Did you see it? I did bright blue, I did white, and I did pink. And it was really funny this time when I got into her body, I set off her the drooling, they're not sweat glands, saliva glands, and it made her mouth like go like fill up. That was funny. Hi everybody, my name is Maitland, Maitland, and today we're going to talk about February's energy. Woo! Okay, get comfortable, and if you like to write things down, get your calendar, and so you can put down on your calendar the dates that you want. But if you're a part of the YouTube membership, I work with Jamie to do a Google Calendar, and you can move the information from the Google Calendar to your calendar. But there's that. Okay, let us begin. February 2025, I'm going to call it Ready, Set, Spiritual. It needs the echo on it because it's pretty big. It's like it's very much a go energy. It's not a sitting still, it's a doing, and it's in two parts, almost like perfect slice right down the middle, two parts of February. It is such a short, tiny month. Well, just by a few days, but the first part, it's more of a social conversation. Your energy wants to be more social and kind of come out and want to check in on people and anchor into stories and stuff like that. And then the second part, it's like, I did my outward journey. Now I'm going inward. And it's not about being social. It's about my spiritualism. And you can substitute the word spiritualism for my intuition, my psychic abilities, my woo-woo, if you want. It's all going to be about that expanding in your inner universe. So we start off February really, really strong on the first day with this. It's kind of like a dreamy romantic energy. So you can write February 1 in your calendar, dreamy romantic energy. And it's all about harmonizing. That's what it is. And it's global. All the energy that's coming in. So right at the end of January, it gets really sweet and fun and creative and playful. And then it just lands in this harmony energy. And this is worldwide. And with that, it's about 3 days long. So it's a really good feeling. And you increase your emotions. You feel so wonderful and connected to all that is. And then there's this weird little flip, like somebody flipped the coin. And then you go from this worldly connection to, I need to think about myself with this. I have a little bit more self-focus here. I need to call this in. I need to be a little bit more independent. I need to stand on my own. I need to look at this. And so you get that viewpoint from all of this dreamy, romantic love connection. You take it inward. And then when you take it inward, your emotions just build stronger and stronger. Like you want to come from your heart. That's going to be the whole, pretty much the whole month. But the first week is like, learn what's happening here in your emotions. And then when you take that inward twist around the 4th, it's like you want to anchor that energy. It's like the love energy that you're feeling is like, excuse me, I would like to have some commitment and I would like to know what kind of follow through you're going to have with me. So that could be with self, with a project, with a person. So it can be in different avenues like expressions, but it's going to kind of want that grounding element. And then as soon as you're like, okay, I can put words to this, I can commit to this, I can, show my intent with this, your emotions get bigger again. And these are bigger leaps that feel in alignment with you. They're not out of control. They're not like, "Oh, I don't even know who I am." It's not like that. It is an awareness where you're like, I enjoy this and I want to do this again. So you get these boosts on the 1st, on like the 5th, on especially the 7th, because then once you root it and you ground into like a commitment or an intent with the love that you're feeling and your emotions get big, you're going to feel so motivated. Like, I got to do something with this. And it's going to come along with this, I got to do something for the greater cause or the greater world, the bigger expression. And you're no longer in the self-focus, is giving it back to the world again. So it's the first week is a really good journey. Already you're starting off. It's going to be a lot of emotions, but think about it from the sacral point. The sacral chakra is the orange chakra that's near your belly button, just south of the belly button. And a lot of emotions generate from there. And this is the chakra that's going to be challenged for most of the month because you're going to be challenged to hold larger emotions, higher frequency versions of the emotions that you're already used to. So, meaning, you're like, my level of happiness is like right here. This, when I'm happy and I say I'm happy, I'm right here. And I know what happy is. And you're good with it. Then in February, when you hit your happy is like up here where your bliss would be. That's your happy. And bliss is like up there. So it's a higher frequency of an emotion you're already aware of. So it's not like you're going to be stumbling into new stuff, but new ways for it to vibrate in your body. So your sacral chakra is going to be really challenged with that. So to help you balance your sacral chakra, I picked snowflake obsidian. Obsidian is, it's a volcanic glass, and it's very good at showing yourself to yourself, like mirroring. The snowflake obsidian is like, let me take those emotions that you're having and let me put them on the surface so you can get to them easier. So it's a good flushing, but snowflake obsidian will do that in a way where it's like, but I don't want anybody else coming up in my party, in my house. I don't want to be disturbed. So it's really nice and protective about your new state of vulnerability. So when you carry snowflake obsidian, it's almost like you can bring your emotions forward stronger and not feel like you're going to be like attacked for it or seen differently for it, because you yourself will be comfortable with it. So reaching new heights of frequency with the emotions that you're already comfortable with. We're just getting started. That's just week number 1. Okay. Should I say anything else about this? Like, you can clean snowflake obsidian in the moonlight. Like, it's really good for things like healing the body with cramps. It's actually good for digestive. There's like a lot of really cool oddities that snowflake obsidian is in alignment with. Okay, week 2. I like to talk about the energies of each month based on weeks, and my weeks are day 1 through day 7. It should be day 6, huh? No, 7. I had to do math. And then that's week 1. Week 2 is the 8th plus 7, the 15th. Okay. I have a tickle in my throat.
You want to take a sip of a drink?
I don't know what's in there. That's probably going to be the coffee.
I can get you some water.
I'll do this real fast. Yeah, it's coffee. I'm not a fan of how that tastes. It's like watered down really a lot. It's decaf. It's just like hot water with weird coffee taste. Now that I've shared too much, let's go back to the energy update.
That's why we love you so much.
Is it?
The oversharing is It's always a little welcomed.
Well, because I always imagine, I think about maybe I talk too fast and then I give too much and then I get off topic kind of easily. But I want you to know as much as possible. But I guess you didn't need to know about what was in the container. Okay. First week. Then from these heightened emotions where you want to like do the greater good for the world, we come into week 2. And week 2 is still about more social, more good conversation. And week 2 has a lot of really strong, like clean energy to where you do want to have conversation. But I'm going to ask you, please, for week 2, have conversations from the heart, not conversations from the head. The head is going to have more clarity. So you might feel smarter, you might feel more intelligent, you might feel more prepared, even though you didn't get prepared. But I don't want you to be lured by that. I want you to still focus on heart communication. The reason that is important is because the second half of February, this is where your skills come online. Well, we talk and talk and talk about it. Now the energy is going to be here throughout all the year, and this is a really strong dose of it. Come from the heart and it will be much easier to handle. So you get a practice in week 2. And when you get into week 2, you're going to come up against, on the 12th, is the full moon. And the full moon is in Leo, which is going to be a lot about releasing emotions. And if you think about it, this is kind of what you've been connecting and building to for all the first week, and it builds to the full moon on the 12th. For some of you who aren't like getting grounded and stuff, like being consciously aware of where you are, it might feel really chaotic and very disruptive and very surprising because of the stuff that's happening you're just not expecting at all. But for those of you who are highly sensitive and already breathing through things and staying grounded and moving from your heart, this is a really wonderful time to start to connect to what emotions you have. Who are you like in resonant with? Think about your family, your friends, the people you love, the animal companions you love, and spend some time with them on the 12th. Call them around, have a little gathering, have a coven, put people around, and then spend time with them to feel that frequency in alignment to those that you appreciate being with and co-creating with. And make a little list of things like tasks. I'm talking about the little things. I'm not talking about the big goal things for the rest of the year. I'm talking like what you can do in the next 4 days, like what you have to get accomplished. Put it down in a little list and let that full moon energy just give you the motivation and the energy to do the things on the list. So for those of you who are already grounded and aligned in your kind of spiritual belief systems, let the full moon be a boost for you to achieve the things you need, rather than be the emotional release and a little chaotic thing. So the energy after the full moon kind of puts you, probably I'd say on the 14th mostly, where it's like, okay, now I need a little bit more downtime. I need some solo time. I was just with everybody I love. I've been thinking about everybody that I love and who I want to be around with. Now I just kind of want this downtime. But it's really interesting, the energy that's around us on that day. It's going to be focused on increasing your imagination and your creativity, but in a way where it's like coming from the subconscious. So it's like clearing out the subconscious closet. And it's like, oh, we thought about this one time. What do you think about this? Oh, we thought about this. And it just starts pushing it up. So you sometimes think that your imagination is downloaded to you. That's actually called intuition. Your intuition is downloaded and comes in. Subconscious is already housed in the body, and it's just going to boil up like a little geyser. Geyser, that's the word, right? The reverse waterfall.
Yeah.
So enjoy the 14th. You might need some downtime. And then right after that, it's like, boom, the month flips. And it goes from, let's all be social and let's all have conversation about everything, to, I am so tuned into my spiritual and intuitive abilities. I have this inward universe that is so large. I'm going to go explore it. I'll see you later, guys. And you want to disappear. And you go into this big universe inside of you. It doesn't mean that you become introvert and you don't want to talk to anybody and you don't want to see anybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the majority of your focus is like this, wow, to the inside of you because of your spiritual, psychic, intuitive abilities. They're not looking out and going, wow, look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Fingers pointed out. That's the first half of the month. Second half of the month is like, wow, 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 wow. Look at what's happening inside of me. So you might want to take a little time on the third week to kind of regain yourself, rebalance yourself, realign yourself. Think of breath work, a little bit of yoga or massage, something that just kind of gets you back into your body. Your emotions are going to be very available. Intuition is increasing because we're getting to my favorite day of the month. Circle, 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 number 18. Circle it, put a heart next to it, stars, whatever you need to do, unicorn head, because the 18th is like this. Okay, when you talk about November 1st, when the veil is very thin, those conversations, this is February 18th. There's not even the veil. There's no veil. And it is beautiful. It is a full over increase of energies globally that are more aligned. Think about a tuning fork that comes over the whole earth that's in aligned to intuition, compassion, empathy. It just gets better. It's like psychic awareness, spiritual calm. I'm not talking it's so big and clear it's chaotic. No, I'm talking clear, calm, and you're so calm that when you're in it, you think that you would have a million questions. How am I able to do this? Why does this feel so good? Why am I not mad at that person? Why am I? You don't even have the analytical side of the brain. It's so happy, it just numbs out. And the intuitive and the psychic and the emotional bodies just rise to the surface. This is a glimpse of everything that we've been talking about coming into your spiritual abilities and moving forward with your heart. So the 18th, you'll feel it. Some of you as early as 16, definitely on the 17th, definitely on the 18th, definitely on the 19th, definitely on the 20th. The 20th is like a second round of it, but it's this energy shows up more as like a happy drug. It's a happy day. It's almost like now that you experience the 18th and you have this awareness of how smooth life can be and how everybody can operate, you kind of come to on the 20th and you're like, noted. What has been done before can be done again. And a lot of you who are at the beginning of your spiritual journey, just figuring out your intuitive abilities, I mean, hello, it's going to be like gas on a fire. And it's just going to come to the surface. For those of you who are standing on the edge of, I want to learn this, and something's holding me back. Like I want astral projection. I want clear communication with my spirit team. That little thing around the 18th. It's like, it just pushes you into it. It's such nice energy. And if you're not into any of that and you're just wanting like a few days of just feeling in alignment with why you're on earth and why everything is the way it is right now, because 2025 has a lot of change, let the 18th give you that kind of smooth energy. And then the 20th, bring your happiness, your alignment to positive or favorable outcomes. On the 20th, it's like you're able to bring your mental game back on, the logic side, because it's not so numb or asleep anymore from these frequencies coming in. And it's like, oh, I've never seen you operate that way. I've never seen you use thoughts that way. I've never seen you do this before. And I learned something and I would like to repeat it with you. And so the left side of the brain is getting a deep lesson by being more calm and learning through observation instead of trying to take control because it really wants to take control. Okay. So then we end up in the 4th week. The 4th week is just like every day, just circle every day. But I'll say on the 22nd, on the 22nd, it's like a another harmony day, like everything comes together day. And it's a big emotional lift, increase intuition, creativity, imagination, intuition. So it's another like burst. But then on the 25th, it's like a mental clarity day. It's the brain is like processing everything that you've been going through for a little bit. And it's like, oh my gosh, we have to start really telling the truth. And your whole being, your whole light body is like, yes, we begin now to tell blunt, straight truth. But the twist is your empathy skills have been building for so long, dropping from head to heart, being connected to other people's needs and emotions, that when you tell the brutal truth, it comes with such empathy that it doesn't feel mean or harsh. And now people who are listening, when they're listening to the blunt truth, they don't take offense. They go, oh, I'm learning from you. This is what you're seeing. This is what you're witnessing. I understand what you are needing by pointing that out. And it becomes a deeper and deeper connection, faster and faster and faster. Then we get to the 27th. And the 27th is the new moon. And with the new moon, that's emotional as well, but it has a lot of like creativity. Like get into your creative projects, that which you want to bring to life. But I want you to pay attention to what are your emotions that you're feeling, or what kind of new emotions are coming online? What kind of new emotional relationship or context are you doing that you haven't been doing before? Because if you can pay attention to that on the 27th for the new moon, the new moon is in Pisces, if you wanted to know. If you pay attention to those new emotions, it's going to give you kind of an insight of what's to come for the next year and a half for you when you're looking at your emotional qualities. Don't manipulate it. You don't need to manipulate it to have a better outcome. It's not like that. So don't do that. Just be aware of it. This is a great little like show and tell teaching moment. So when you're aware of that, just think for the next year and a half, there's going to be similar themes and similar support systems around that new beginning, that new emotional connection. And then towards the end, which is only one more day, 20 to 28, it's all about getting support. How do you get support for the you that's been wrapped up in this spiritual internal universe of yourself? And to get that support, you got to speak up. So to get support is to speak up. And then I'm going to add another layer to this. Speak up about your emotions. And you will get everything that you're searching for. Isn't it crazy this month? It's crazy good, not bad. So a lot of this is change, but it's change in a spiritual tone. And once you get comfortable with allowing those higher frequencies of emotions in and calming the head aspect, the analytical head, you're going to find that whatever chaos is coming your way, whether that's government, politics, whether it is financial, whether it's like state or more local in relationships, that you're going to be able to move through it a lot better and a lot easier. So I talked about the sacral chakra being the one most challenged because it's all about emotions, but the one that is needed is going to be our sacral chakra, and I chose agate. Agate comes in all kinds of different colors. I think there's hundreds of different agates. I would say you can choose browns and yellows if you feel like you need more me energy. But if you feel like you have enough of you energy and you want more of a connected outward energy, choose any blue agates, like a blue lace agate or something of that nature. But in general, I would find a yellow stone to help support. I like agate because agates are associated to emotions. They've got a lot of swirly textures in it, as Colleen was mentioning earlier. So they do bring forward emotions, but they purify them, they heal them, they keep them simple, and they calm the mind. I like how it links the solar plexus to emotions. So it's like emotions and mind energy calming out. And then the chakra that is supported for the majority of the month is the third eye. This is going to be so active. A lot of you who are really clairsentient, who you feel things, you might feel like you have a band on your head or you're wearing a hat, but you don't have a hat on your head. And it's like, what's happening? And some of you might wake up and you feel sore. Like you go to touch your forehead, it feels like it has a bruise on it. You're okay. It's just the energy is increasing and the physical body makes adjustments to those increases. Nothing is going wrong. But I chose azurite. Azurite is a really great stone. It's like heart chakra to third eye. It's this, here are the emotions, and I'm putting them up here in my third eye so that I can resonate stronger and launch bigger. Azurite is great to carry around. It's especially going to be very delicious when you put it around your bed. So when we talk about bed gridding for the month of February, I would put black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is really great at cleaning other stones and working with them. Selenite is another stone I would put around your bed because selenite is a 3D to 5D, and it's all about psychic, intuitive abilities. Selenite and black tourmaline and azurite, they play so well together. It's crazy. Selenite, when paired with azurite, they keep each other clean. They're like a partner system. But azurite will activate the third eye. Selenite is higher consciousness. I mean, all of this is up here while you're sleeping and you're getting bathed with this energy, which will help you with February. But I would also include agate, but stop there. For your bed, I would stop there. And I would choose a yellow agate if I was putting it around my bed, just to kind of feed the solar plexus at night. I would not put my obsidian, snowflake obsidian, around my bed. That's going to make a lot more work for you at night, purging and looking and healing and holding. I want you to sleep and I want you to rest, and I feel like you're really going to need it. I also have a Luminaire. Her name is Kristen, and she does Maitland's magic, and she takes the stones and she makes necklaces and bracelets. So if you wanted to just have them and you don't have to go shopping for them, you can go to her site. She put my name in it, which is really neat.
I posted the link.
Okay.
It's maitlandsmagic.com.
That one. And you can order them for the month, and then you get them to the necklace, and then she makes the bed grids as well. With gridding with snowflake obsidian, I would take a pen and paper to the bedside, and I would write down what I'm experiencing, just 1 or 2 sentences before bedtime, and then wake up and I would write 1 or 2 sentences of what's on my mind when I wake up. And if you can document like that, like kind of what the first week of February is asking you to do, it's like when you get into that big worldly harmony energy, that dreamy romantic love, and then you look at yourself and then you have to anchor it into the ground to grow it. You anchor those words to the page, then you're growing through what the obsidian is healing for you, and it will start to support you. So it'll be a purge at the beginning and then really good supportive sleep afterwards. It won't be every night you are doing deep work and healing. You just have to be active with it. If you're not going to be active with it, then it might be every single night that you are doing deep healing when you have your snowflake obsidian around your bed. Okay. Hopefully that made sense, because I want to talk about the Hertz.
I want to ask you for some clarity before you go on to the Hertz, if that's okay. I think with the agate, you had said sacral chakra, and I think you meant solar plexus chakra.
Sorry, I meant to say
that's
solar
okay,
plexus.
because you said it again afterwards, and then
solar plexus.
Okay.
Agate, solar plexus, yellow.
And then there was a question about with the veil being completely lowered on the 18th, is it going to stay down or is it just a temporary situation?
It's a temporary situation, and it's a wonderful situation, and it feels really good. It's like a perfect beach day where you can be in the sun and you don't get burned. It's like that day. It's like it's like beginning on the 16th. 18th is the peak. Think about 2 days before, 2 days after. And your intuition, your empathy, your compassion, your unconditional energy is just rising to the surface. For some of you, you might feel sleepy or numb, floaty, because it might be too much to process. So you might want to stay at home and nap more and do internal care more as the body gets used to those frequencies. But we're going to have this more and more and more and more and more throughout the whole year. Like, this is you coming online. This is you beginning your telepathy skills. This is you beginning your astral projection skills. This is you beginning to understand that you are not bound by the edges of your skin. All that work that you've been doing internally with your spiritual abilities, your psychic abilities, thinking that it's a tool and you go to use it, you get it, you use it, and then you put it back. It's not like that anymore. I keep telling Jamie, not a tool. It's you. It's you. It's your life. It's your lifestyle. And now it's time to prioritize your sensitivities. And so if you get sleepy around the 18th and you just kind of hunker down, great. I want you to see that as a huge success, because that's your body going, I'm ready to receive this. I'm really ready to be with it. I'm not avoiding. And don't worry if you're not taking off in your telepathy skills after that. That's okay. You got it on that day. You've got that dose of frequency, because you're going to realize that every now and then you're just going to have these sparks of just knowing stuff without even thinking about it. And you're like, oh, I'm going to go do that now. And you just go do it. And then you realize that was the best timing ever. That was just so crazy. And it's just in alignment, and it keeps happening and it keeps happening. You're like, can I get used to this? Should I get used to this? And you should. This is the natural state of being. Everything that you're asking for can come to you. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to pretend to have the strength. You have it. So if you're tired, rest. If you're hungry, eat. If you're thirsty, drink. Like, tend to yourself where you are. Please don't get mad at yourself that you're not having the same reaction as somebody else. I said a lot there. Sorry. Okay. The Hertz. So I put 2 Hertz together. There's actually 3 Hertz that you could put together for this month. And it's all about love and communication and spiritual opening. It's like heart to third eye, activate. And the 2 Hertz that I put together are the 693. I'm going to say them backwards now.
Yeah, that's okay, because I was going to write them backwards. So do you want me to help you?
Yep.
Okay. It's the 639.
639
and
963.
Yes. We both do the numbers backwards sometimes, and so it helps.
Because the third one that you could add to it is a 369.
Stop it.
No, I'm not kidding. It's all the same numbers in different orders. If one begins with a 3, the next one begins with a 6, and the third one begins with a 9. And you'll find it. People have put this together, and it's all about opening. And I think it would be a really great practice for you to at least try on the Hertz if you've never listened to Hertz frequency or music around the 17th, 18th, 19th. Did you know that the 17th is Colleen's birthday? It's her birthday today, and it's going to be your birthday next month.
It is.
So I would definitely try on the Hertz around that time. It's going to be really nice. And the spirit animal. So if you're seeing this animal throughout the month, just know, oh, I'm getting it. It's the raven, which Jamie was so excited. The raven, the blackbird. The blackbird can be a little mischievous, more childlike, more playful, which is a great reminder. When you see the raven, the blackbird, I want you to anchor your big emotions, your big spiritual growth, your big heart. Anchor that frequency through play. Please don't anchor it through some kind of mental activity, like get in my body and stay in my body, make it happen. Don't do that. Anchor it through play. The raven is playful. The raven is very intelligent. The raven is the messenger from the dead. It's the bird that goes in between. And so when you see this, just know you're being supported. You're being watched. Try more play. It could be play a game. It could skip. You could decide to skip from your car to whatever store you're going to. And just don't care about what other people think. And then it puts a smile on your face, and all of a sudden those high frequencies that you're working with are anchored into your cells. That's what we're looking for. So when you see the raven, think play. It's playtime. Get that in my body. And then if you're someone who really likes essential oils and aromatherapy, there's 4 essential oils: bergamot, grapefruit. You can use pink grapefruit, bergamot, grapefruit. Use 3 drops of each. 3 bergamot, 3 grapefruit, and then you're going to put 3 sandalwood and, no, sorry, 2. 3, 3, 2, 2. 2 sandalwood. I get talking so fast sometimes I just skip words. And 2 ginger. Ginger has a little bit of a spice to it, but this is like opening up the door to your third eye. This is more of that telepathy frequency, the more of the ease of staying in the flow frequency. And I would put that probably in a diffuser, or you can make a spray out of it. And you could put up to 63 drops of essential oil in 4 ounces, and then fill the rest of it with like distilled water if you're making a little spray. I would put a little bit of alcohol in there as a preservative. That helps carry the scent molecules and the air a little bit longer. And so the alcohol kind of grabs it out and then it evaporates. And then so you get a longer lasting smell. Then the best day to communicate to spirit, I bet you can guess what it is. The 18th. I bet you can guess. But I mean, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, that's a great time for communication. Even on the 25th, where it's like brutally honest, but with so much empathy, that's even a great time to connect with spirit. It is just sprinkled throughout the whole month. I hope you, I don't know. I was going to say, I hope you can really see and feel and realize the energy shifts, because they're the strongest that they've ever been for this month. And it's just going to build throughout 2025. This is the year of changing into the new earth. This is all the things you've been talking about for years and years and years, prepping for it, imagining how it would be, and now you're doing it. So there's that. Do we have any clarity questions on the content that was given?
We do, particularly on the blackbird, the raven. Are you also talking about crows? Because it's going to be more common that someone's going to see a crow in nature. But the reminder is, too, to everybody that when you talk about the animals each month, they can show up in art. They can show up in statues. They don't necessarily have to be out in nature.
That's true. They can show up in fabric prints, in book illustrations. Like when you're in England, you're going to see more of the blackbird like a magpie. But depending on your region, if you have more raven or more American blackbird, which is considered the crow, they're all quite similar with how they communicate and the symbol and meaning of it. So I would say all of the blackbird. More of those smaller blackbird songbirds, not really. I'm trying to think of the Latin family name of the blackbird, and I can't remember.
The larger blackbirds.
Cracius, something. But
I would know the
ones.
difference if you said it.
Oh. I get in this head, and it's really funny. My thoughts that I have all prepared, I have to work with the brain that's in here.
Dan is saying corvus.
Corvus, thank you. Any corvus birds. So when I got to the numbers, the mismirroring, the dyslexia kicked in, and that was pretty funny because I saw the numbers just rearranging in my head. I was like,
When Jamie told me those numbers beforehand, which So I've had someone comment, or a handful of comments before, how does Colleen know this information before? So Jamie and I briefly discuss before the energy update starts, because she does a meditation with Maitland in the morning of the energy update, because she's not present for the energy update and she wants to know what's going on. So I do get a little bit of heads up, not much.
She doesn't get to look at the paper, but
I don't.
Jamie just tells her the short stuff. And I told Jamie, because I told her today, I was like, you don't have to sit down. You don't have to write all of this down. And she was just like, because I thought that would be a very nice birthday gift. You don't have to worry about this. I got it. And she was like, no, because
No, she wants to know.
she was like, how would I learn from you if you don't teach me and tell me? And that felt really good to hear. And so I was like, okay. We sat down, and so she writes everything down. That's how she knows. Like, we do it the night before or the day of, because the energy is moving so fast right now on Earth that your free will and your choices can shift outcomes really easily. I think you need to know that. You definitely need to know that. When there's future predictions now, especially in 2025, future is like, it used to be a long time ago, we could go, the future in 100 years, in 50 years, in 25, and see pretty clearly. There are some things that we can see really clear that are going to manifest through your free will, because it's, you might call it destined. It's an anchor point. It's a shifting point. But like, we can see that the Earth is shifting from old to new Earth. It's happening. We're doing it. You're doing it. But now when individual people come and they're like, my future next year, and we're like, what about it? Like, I can tell you what it looks like right now, but it's not going to look like that when you get there. Right? Good luck, because the outcomes are so fluid. This is where you want to be, though. You don't. Can I keep talking? Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
You don't want to be in a place where you know your exact future in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And because if it's that fixed, the energy is moving slow. When free will is activated and empowerment and everybody's in ease, like in movement with each other, the energy is quick. And quick is not bad. There's no oversight. Quick is like all the attention is focused on it, not just an expectation. Oh, it's going to be there. It's going to be there like that. And we're just going to rely on it like that. Like where you are now, sometimes you're relying on something and it's there. Sometimes you rely on it and now it's not there and it's freaking you out. So that's why we're like, you can't ground into the old reliable things. You've got to ground into change, ground into the shift, get used to the movement. Because once you get used to the movement, it's not going to matter how fast or slow or what's coming. You'll always be you through it. You'll have your calmness, your centeredness, your control, just fine. But if you ground to something that's moving pretty quickly around you, it's not going to be fun. Those reliables. If you're just listening, I'm doing those really weird air quotes. Okay. This has been really fun talking to you about it. I can't wait to get into the deep dive. We'll talk a little bit more about some politics and policies around, especially the United States of America, and get into some economics. I will say that Bitcoin is getting stronger. And so you keep your eye on that. You can invest in that. It's still what I consider a long-term turnaround before you make your money out of it, but it's not as volatile as it was before. So it's becoming more steady. So if you're looking at investments, I would definitely still look for land, gold, silver. Then I would look at Bitcoin. And then I would also leave some of my cash flow access, a little liquid, something that you can reach into, so that when the banking systems, which they're going to get really weird. So you're finding, oh gosh, I could just talk to you all day.
You get the opportunity again at 12:15.
Okay.
We're going to talk more.
But you're finding that bank systems are like changing the rules. And I just want you to see, when you see it, I want you to laugh. I want you to laugh because you know that they're struggling and they're going to have to adapt. And so you're just like, we're kind of winning. Whether you like the rules that are changing or not, just know that you're winning. Okay. I'll put a pin in it. And I'll see you later, alligators.
After a while, crocodile.
And I'll see you soon, baboon.
Oh my gosh, there was one up top. Type it in again, the one with the raven. It was something about a haven and a raven. Hasta mañana, iguana.
A blue kiss jellyfish. What is it?
I don't know. I asked it for it to be typed again.
I was trying to
I can't remember. Fly to heaven, dear raven. Oh, I was thinking a haven. See you in heaven, raven. We need like a haven.
Haven. Or a bro and a crow.
Gotta go, little crow.
Gotta go, little crow.
Would you say something about a bro?
Yeah. Like,
that would be good too.
But bro is not a goodbye. Go is a goodbye. This is so much fun.
Thank you, Maitland.
Have so much fun when I spy the animals, the bird. It'll make sense to you. If you ever need me, call me. I will be there and I will definitely help you out. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Maitland. Thank you so much.